Hi guys, Miss Ainsley here. So today we are going to make taste safe sand. Taste safe means that while you are playing with this, because it's a little bit of a sensory activity, while you're playing, if you get some in your mouth, nothing's going to hurt you. None of these ingredients are harmful to our bodies, but it's not a snack. You don't want to just take your bowl and start eating it. Not a good plan. So, it's taste safe, you can get it in your mouth, but this is not a snack activity. Everything that you need for this, you should be able to find either already in your pantry at home, at the grocery store in the baking aisle, that's where I found all of my items, or possibly in the dollar store. Sometimes they carry these kinds of things. I couldn't send any of these materials to you in the mail because they are food related. Mail is a little weird about that, but you should have access to them. So, your dry ingredients, you're going to need regular flour, some cornmeal, vegetable oil, and corn syrup. To measure out these ingredients and mix them, you're going to need a bowl, a spoon or a whisk to mix, a half-cup measuring cup, and a measuring spoon for a tablespoon. So, what I'm going to do first is mix together my dry ingredients. So first, I'm going to get out my flour. Let's open both of these here, the flour and the cornmeal. And when I look inside, I can see the flour is white and powdery, while the cornmeal is like a pale yellow, and it looks a little more grainy than the flour does. So I need half a cup of each. I'm going to use my half-cup measuring scoop and start with my flour. Let's see. I'll try to get this as even as I can here. It's all right there, so there's half a cup of flour going in my bowl. Whoops, not all the way, there we go. Dump that out here. Set my flour aside. Now I'm going to need half a cup of my cornmeal here. This one's a little tougher to get out. Half a cup of my cornmeal. So we're going to even that one out. There's the cornmeal there. That's going to go in my bowl. That one came out a lot easier than the flour. And we're going to close those two up. Those aside. So there's what it looks like right now, my dry ingredients. Next, I just want to, now that these are both in the bowl, mix my flour and cornmeal together. So, my puppies are going to come running because they think I'm making a snack, but it's not a snack. It is play sand. Evenly mixed here a little bit more. See how it went from being white and yellow to being more of a tan, pale color? Now it looks a little bit more like the color of real sand. See? That's cool, right? Next I'm going to need my oil. So my vegetable oil here. I need a tablespoon of that. This is like a yellow liquid here. Pour that in. Now my oil made a little puddle in the bowl. I want to stir that in to my sand. This is going to make a grainy, kind of crumbly texture. And it's going to be moldable. You're going to be able to play with it. And if you have little sand toys, you could play with them in here and make little castles. But it shouldn't be sticky. So if yours is sticky, then you're going to play around a little bit more with the measurements here. And I might have to do that, we'll see, after I add the corn syrup. So that's mixed in. And next I'm going to add a tablespoon of my corn syrup here. This is a clear-ish liquid here. It looks a little bit like oil, but it smells a little bit sweet because it is a syrup. So we need a tablespoon of that too. This one's thicker. There we go, and that's going to go in our bowl. You can see the thick line of liquid in there. That's our corn syrup. And we can close that up. Maybe we'll just leave the lid on loosely in case we need a little more. And that is going to get stirred in. So see how that looks more crumbly now? It doesn't look like a powder anymore. It's got like little chunks in it, little crumbles. That's how you want it to look, so you can play with it. Let me see here. Whoop, that was a big crumble. Let's see. Let me get my hands in here and see if it's not sticky. And it's a little moldable there. See how you can play with it and make shapes and crumble. It feels kind of like muffin batter or bread batter. It feels like you're baking. And it definitely looks like the color of real beach sand. It's got a little bit of a yellow tint to it. And it feels grainy, like beach sand if you let it run through your fingers. Again, you can squeeze this. If you add a little more corn syrup or oil, that's going to change your texture a little bit. But if you don't want it as crumbly as this, you can do that. That might give it a little more moldability. You can put your sand toys in here. You can scoop it. You can drizzle it. You can smell it. But it's a fun little activity to get our hands exploring and touching different textures here. So, I hope you enjoyed making our taste-safe beach sand with me, and that you get to play with it at home and have some fun. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.